Hey YouTube, BJ here. I'm gonna show you guys my garage. I have some work in here to do today, so I figured I'd make a little video about it. Here is my garage. Here's my Suzuki Samurai. Go ahead and get more light in here. My random assortment of bikes. GTA 5 poster. I'm I only rented this garage about a month ago. I don't have many tools, but honestly, if you got a metric set of wrenches and some sockets, you can basically do almost anything to this thing. And today I have to take the tranny out. Where is that thing? Somewhere under there. Anyway, so last weekend I took the tranny out, replaced the seal. Well, I say I, but I had a certified mechanic in here doing most of the work actually, but I learned. I'm going to today, he's coming over tomorrow to help me with the last seal that we gotta do. But anyway, we were gonna replace, here's the part I need to put in. Just a little donut. It's a ton of work for this little $2 part, well $6 part. And I'm a little sick, sorry. Anyway, last weekend we took the tranny out. We were gonna replace both seals, but when we took it out, we saw no evidence of leaking in the front of the bell housing. So we figured the front seal was good. But we didn't take into consideration it's been leaking for a while, and this seal is much higher on the transmission than the rear seal. So chances are it was just too low to have any evidence showing. It was about a 5-hour job, but today I'm going to take out almost everything, and then tomorrow when he shows up it should just be 4 bolts and then dropping the transmission. Hopefully like a 2-hour job. I don't want to use up too much of this guy's time. He's charging me, but not a lot, so. Alright, so first things first, disconnect the battery. Both terminals, and I think the negative needs to be disconnected because it's right on a bolt that holds the transmission on. So both sides of the negative, just the top side of the positive. I can't really record while I'm doing the work, so I'll basically have to do before and after. Alright, so battery's disconnected. Disconnected the negative. And took the bolt out. So there's one bolt out for the transmission already. Next, I'm going to take out the starter. Hold on, you can't see that shit. The starter motor thingy. Start by disconnecting the power. Bolt right there. And then it's got 2 bolts behind that you can't really see. Dead center, kind of blurry. There's one of them. The other one's underneath. But that should just take a few minutes. Alright, here we go. Starter is out. I guess now I'll just do the throttle linkage while I'm here. Which is, god damn it. That segmented looking thing down there. I'll just take those bolts off right in the middle. Pull it out from back there. Nice and easy. Alright, so there's the throttle linkage disconnected. Probably get a better view underneath. Not the throttle linkage, what am I saying? The clutch. The clutch linkage. Dangly. It's easy. It was just finger tight basically. Where did it go again? Just kidding. Alright, so hang that up there out of the way. I guess now I'll do the boot up there. I need one of those flat roller back thingies. So yeah, now I gotta take this off. And then a few more bolts and this thing comes off. There we go. Alright, so if you ever wondered what's under one of these. Damn. Where do I keep putting my light? There's only so many places it could be. Blending in with the shop towels. Anyway, alright, under that boot is another boot. And that's the transmission. And under this boot, force it out of the way here. 3 more bolts I gotta take off. And then this thing just pops right out. Alright, so I got those 3 bolts out, and here's my shifter. I'm gonna set that down there. Gotta put the bolts and the washers right next to it, so I know where they go. Ah, shit. And the boot and the bolts. Alright, now what? I guess I should drain the fluid, but I'll probably do that last. Alright, now I need to take these off, get the exhaust out of the way, front drive shaft, get that out of the way, and then I guess I'll go ahead and do the intermediate drive shaft. Yeah, just pulls right out after I do these 4 bolts. And then I'll take off the stabilizer bar, drain the fluid, and then it'll just be a matter of actually 3 remaining bolts where it connects to the engine, and that'll be it. Those last 3 bolts I'll wait till tomorrow, till I got my guy who knows what he's doing here. This didn't take as long as I thought it would. Alright, so I got the exhaust off, drop down out of the way, really easy. And now I'm gonna do front drive shaft. Luckily I only have to do these 4 bolts, and then it slides out of the little boot there. These bolts suck. Not that you can fucking see what I'm pointing at. Alright, there is my front drive shaft. I had to use a chisel and a hammer to get between that. It's nice and stuck, even though I just had it off a fucking week ago. That's where it came off of. Now I will do, let's see. Oh, I need light under here. I can see just fine, but I'll brighten it up in editing. These 4 bolts for the intermediate drive shaft, and then this bar, and then I should be good. By the way, there's my my entertainment center for the garage. I can't really do anything if I don't have TV. Anyway, okay, so here's the intermediate drive shaft. It's just another 4 bolts. And now, all I got is a stabilizing bar, 1 bolt on each side, and then the tranny's ready to come out. By the way, the tranny's so small you don't even need a floor jack. You can just bench press it. And there's the stabilizer bar. Nice and small. By the way, this isn't just my entertainment center. got the internet that can connect to my Wi-Fi upstairs. Like right above me is my living room. And so if I have any questions when I'm working on the truck, I can just go to Google. I had to censor the boobies in my garage too for this video. Naturally, I got a naked lady calendar. Nope, sorry. Okay, so that's about it, unless I'm forgetting anything. So I took out starter, front and intermediate drive shafts, gear shifter, boot, stabilizer bar, and that's about all you need. And now, hold on, where's my light? And now tomorrow, I don't know if I'll record this or not. I don't want to waste my friend's time. You gotta take out these 3 bolts and those 4 bolts, which are fucking easy. Especially my friend's got like a torque drill, whatever you call it. And then there's 3 bolts on the back of that will need to come out. Then the whole transmission just drops down. You gotta turn it sideways a little bit to get it out of this big gap right here. And then we gotta screw around inside the bell housing to replace that little rubber seal. Then put everything back together again. Fun. Engine. Anyway, next I gotta spend $200 to replace this stupid thing because it's leaking fucking brake fluid all over my garage. I gotta put brake fluid in every 3 weeks or so. And then after that, I gotta replace the seal in this front wheel here. It's leaking all the differential fluid out. And then, after doing the wheel, I'm going to do head gasket because I got a really tiny oil leak right about here, and redo the distributor gasket because it's leaking like maybe 1 drop every couple days. It's really slow, but I don't like to have any leaks, so I'm just going to take care of everything. Anyway, the end. Maybe tomorrow I'll record the actual transmission coming out. Peace.